Welcome back. I fixed the UI a bit and we're good to go, I think. It is plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get yourself mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the Quicksand and speak to Whit Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventuring, adventurer. Speak with Momodi inside the Quicksand. That'd be the wisest thing for you to do now. Sometimes I say something more interesting when you speak with an NPC after accepting a quest. Try not to get lost, adventurer. Certain parts of the city are best left unexplored. If you're looking to mingle with folk from all over, then the Quicksand is the place for you. Let's hope so. You have something interesting? I think it's time I replaced my tired old wand. And since we have the Alchemist Guild right here in Ulda, I might even treat myself to one of those more expensive custom-made types. You should. You should. I've dined at many of Ulda's finer establishments, but none hold a candle to the Quicksand. Somehow the ale tastes sweeter when drunk in her presence. Let's see if that's indeed the case. Why, hello there! Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ulda, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is, without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like a conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Carlian Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the Lesser Moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. It was like the end of the world had come at last. But then, things begin to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next, some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on though, the part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame that our recollections of those brave heroes are just as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to recall their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask that you lend a helping hand. And try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on you to help put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the Quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Monicate Morales. Now, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue it does. Alright then, Miss Morales. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 was my witness. I swear to you, I bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a 4th chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry though, if you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady muse on the many manhoods of her acquaintance from time to time. Any road, welcome to Ul'dah, Monicate. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform, so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here, until you reach the Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetherite before, Monicate? If not, just lay your hands on that thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild over at the Colosseum. Assuming that swords ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, over on the steps of Tal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you cut the gill. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Monicate. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for the best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Ceresosa and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he read it. In short then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there will try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after gil, the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you're finished, will you? That way, I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a guild to your name. And the cute knot. I don't get girls. Now we're finally in the overworld, I guess you can call it. So, off we go. Easter decorations, how nice. Last time I played this wasn't up there. So yeah, I played this game through Endwalker, I believe the first patch, maybe a little bit of the second patch of Endwalker. I mean like 6.1, not like the base patch of Endwalker. I did play through all of the main story. But yeah, then I quit, burned out of Final Fantasy, I guess. That's what the game tends to do. More yapping. So, how you take it to Ul'dah, Monocate? Made any friends in high places yet? Ha! Well, when you have the Sultana's ear one day, I hope you won't have forgotten about old Waymond. Long as you're here, mayhap you can do me a favor and take this massive to Josias at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the man will even give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easy, eh? Keeping that coin purse bulging, are we? They say the streets of Ul'dah are made of gold, but it's piles of gil that pave your way. So let's complete this quest. As I said, I intend to do all of the side quests and all of the class quests. Do you have business with a Platinum Mirage this evening? This unmarked envelope contains a missive penned by the local businessman Waymond. A missive from Waymond? Alright then, let's have a look. Bird is barren, let the hounds feast. So it goes. Oh this, well you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Waymond's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe you adventurers don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fret for himself, I'm afraid. Tell me, what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that coin purse of yours? Well, you're in luck. The Pugilist Guild have just placed an order with me for several of their leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides I require. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming central Tenaland. And we're gonna do that. My voice acting is not up to par. Which is part of why I intend to do this playthrough first, before I do some more interesting stuff. I have stuff planned. Don't worry about that. Interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come at the behest of Miss Mamodi of the Quicksand? Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, madam. Ha 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 ha. Apologies, but I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Please allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. Given that there is an aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek to and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering around the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to tune yourself to any Aetherytes you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherytes and transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. I don't really like that they made Aetherytes a part of like the lore in the world, because it makes the world feel small. We'll come back to that later, but the fact that characters can teleport around in universe, like not as a gameplay mechanic, I get why they implemented that. It would be a pretty tedious game otherwise. But yeah, it makes the world feel small. I don't really like it. I pretend that Aetherytes don't exist. Anyway, let's do some combat. And here we are in Central Tenalan. One of the first zones you get through. If you start in Ul'dah, that is. And I'm probably gonna do one of every enemy. That's what a YouTuber called the Twit Gamer does. I like his channel. Plays a lot of JRPGs. So yeah, we just leveled up. That's gonna happen a lot because we have the preferred world bonus. If you're checking this Let's Play out to see if this game is for you, and you decide that this game is indeed for you, and you make a new character, make sure that you're on a preferred world. Given that it's available, of course. Maybe the data center you initially logged onto doesn't have a preferred world, then check out the others. So yeah, we're gonna complete this quest, and then I'm gonna end the part here. Gonna have some editing to do. But I'm having fun so far. There will be a part 3. Not gonna be a quit on day 1 YouTuber, hopefully. Back already, are you? Come, let us see what you brought. The bristly hide of a snapping shrew. Exceptional! These are fine shrew pelts indeed. Well done, my friend. The Pugilist Guild is among my largest clients. I fear what would have come to pass if this order had been delayed any longer. Take this. You've more than earned it. Did you ever wonder why the Pugilist Guild is found next to the Platinum Mirage? The casino hires their members to watch over their elite clientele. But not to keep them, no. They're here to see that their wealthy patrons do not cheat the house. And yeah, in the next part, we're gonna do this quest. See you.